Hello friends, today start standard 10 English medium subject science chapter number 3 metal and non-metal. In previous lecture we have to discuss exercise question of chapter number 3 for 1 to question number 8. Now in this lesson we have to solve question number 9 to question number 16. So start with question number 9. One person who take sulfur powder and heat in test tube. So what happened? So discuss his result first. Take sulfur powder and heat, apply heat, so gas is produced and sulfur react with oxygen to produce sulfur dioxide SO2 gas. And what happened? First result, dry litmus paper, action on dry litmus paper. So sulfur SO2 gas does not react on dry litmus paper. Second question, on moisture litmus paper. So first, sulfur is a non-metal and non-metal react with oxygen to produce metal, non-metal oxide. It means sulfur dioxide. And nature of sulfur dioxide is acidic nature because non-metal oxide produce acidic nature oxide. So SO2 gas nature is acidic nature and moisture litmus paper action is acid turn blue litmus paper to red litmus paper. So moisture litmus paper blue is converted into red litmus paper. Answer of third question, write chemical balance equation. First, sulfur in solid state react with O2 in gaseous state and produce SO2 gas, chemically balanced. So answer of 9 question is first, litmus paper, blue litmus paper turn to red in chemical balance equation. And nature of this non-metal oxide is acidic nature. Question number 10. Prevent rusting of iron. Write two prevention steps to prevent rusting of iron. So first is paint and second is grease. Applying paint and grease on a surface of iron metal. These two steps is prevent to corrosion of iron metal. Question number 11. When non-metal react with O2 gas, produce which type of oxide nature? So answer according to question number 9. We have to earlier discuss non-metal react with oxygen gas to produce non-metal oxide, and this non-metal oxide nature is acidic nature. In the metal react with oxygen give metal oxide, and this metal oxide nature is basic nature. For non-metal have acidic nature oxide produced, and metal is a basic nature oxide produced. Question number 12. Give the reason of following statement. First statement is platinum, gold and silver used to make jewelry. Platinum, gold and silver are used to make jewelries. Reason for this used to jewelries, these all metal are very less reactive metal, like non-reactive metal. So does not react with moisture, air, etc. So corrosion of this metal is not possible because less reactive metal, and this metal easily converted into sheets wire to make perfect shape of use this metal. So in this stage, in this wire, that's why used to make jewelry. Second, aluminium is a high reactive metal and used to make tensile sheets for cooking. So at second statement, aluminium is used to in cooking instrument. So reason is aluminum is a high reactive metal. The aluminum is a good conductor of heat, and aluminum good conductor of heat, high melting point. So this reason is used to aluminum as a cooking instrument. Now fourth statement, carbonate and sulfides are usually converted oxide process of extraction of metal. Two type of impurity like CO3 minus 2 and sulfide. CO3 means carbonate and S minus 2 means sulfide. This type of ores easily converted into metal oxide, and after converting metal oxide can easily remove oxide from metal oxide. So this why CO3 minus 2, it means carbonate and sulfide ores converted into metal oxide. The process of converting carbonate into metal oxide is known as calcination, and this calcination process is used in the absence of air. In similar way, here opposite to calcination, sulfides ore removed and converted into metal oxide in the presence of air, and this type of reaction is known as reduction. So carbonate converted into oxide is known as calcination, and sulfide converted into oxide is known as reduction process. And reduction process is a presence of air, and calcination, carbonate converted into carbon oxide, so remove CO2 gas, and this process is absence of air, heat of substance, and this name is calcination process. So reason is easily converted into metal oxide, and metal oxide remove oxide from metal oxide. So this reason to use this process. Next, question number 13. Next question. Question is, when Chinese clean with lemon, so CU vessels, you have to CU vessels, to clean CU vessels use lemon juice and lemon and turmeric juice. So use source substance. So lemon and turmeric is a source substance, and what is reason to use source substance to clean CU vessels? So understand this question. First, when CU metal react with oxygen, moisture, atmospheric CO2 gas to create layer of calcium carbonate, CO3 ores, impurity of CO3 coated with Cu, and green color layer created around Cu, and this layer remove to use acidic nature solution like source substance, lemon and turmeric. In the lemon, citric acid presence, and turmeric, tartaric acid presence. So this acid react with corrosion Cu metal, and this layer of corrosion, it means CO2 gas and convert calcium carbonate. The layer of calcium carbonate react with acidic solution. So impurity and the coated layer is dissolved in acidic solution, and the surface of Cu is clean. So this why Cu vessels clean and shiny when the source substance contact with with surface of Cu metal, and the layer of corrosion layer is dissolved in acidic solution. So Cu surface is cleaned by this type of solution. Now discuss chemical properties of metal and non-metal. So our lesson first chapter starting with physical properties of metal and non-metal. But here we discuss about chemical properties of metal and non-metal. For metal, and here write down non-metal. First point from metal, discuss about this non-metal react with oxygen, metal react with oxygen. So metal plus O2 gives metal oxide, and nature of this metal oxide is basic nature. For example, Mg plus O2, Mg in a solid state, O2 in a gaseous state, and produce MgO, magnesium oxide. And this metal oxide, magnesium oxide nature is basic nature. In similar way for acid, for non-metal solution, non-metal, first use non-metal sulfur in the presence of air, solid state, to produce SO2 gas, and nature of SO2 gas is acidic. So non-metal plus O2 gas produce non-metal oxide, and the nature of this non-metal oxide is acidic nature. Second properties of metal and non-metal. So metal have donate electron, so metal is a electropositive property. Electropositive property contain metal. In similar way, non-metal has accept electron, so electronegative property. Next, metal react with acid to produce salt plus H2 gas. In similar way, non-metal does not react with acid and not produce H2 gas. Next, metal react with water and similar way produce H2 gas and salt. So here non-metal does not react with water. So this is a basic physical above lecture physical property, and now these are chemical properties of metal. Revise once again. First is metal react with oxygen, produce metal oxide, and this metal oxide have a basic nature. Non-metal react with oxygen and produce non-metal oxide, and this non-metal oxide have a acidic property. Is also contain neutral property, but in this chapter, in this lesson, we not study about neutral non-metal oxide, only study about acidic nature non-metal oxide. Next, metal donate electron, so contain electropositive properties. In similar way, non-metal accept electron, therefore electronegative property. Now metal react with acid as well as water. So in non-metal section does not react with acid and water. Next question. Using goldsmith. So in this question we have to given 1 gold, 2 unknown solution dissolved, and the gold surface is shining. But now conclusion, gold surface is shining but the weight of gold is less than to first we use gold. What is reason behind this case? So start with, and we have to answer which solution to use to have gold surface is shining but lose the weight. solution name is aqua regia. And what is aqua regia? Aqua regia means 3:1 portion of HCl and HNO3 solution, hydrochloric acid and nitric acid. So 3 part of HCl and 1 part of HNO3 concentrate solution put in gold. So layer of gold oxide is removed and the solution dissolve this layer. So gold weight is lost, but the surface is shining because the gold around gold, the oxide layer of gold is dissolved in aqua regia solution. So gold surface is shining. The answer is aqua regia solution. And what is aqua regia? Aqua regia is nothing but 3:1, 3 part of HCl and 1 part of HNO3. So this answer. Last question. Cu used to make hot water tank, not steel, alloys of Fe. Cu used as a hot water tank, not steel. Steel is a alloys of Fe iron. So first Cu is a metal. In metal react with water, we have to study chemical properties of metal. When metal react with water, produce metal oxide or metal hydroxide. So high reactive metal produce metal hydroxide and moderate metal give metal oxide. But Cu does not react with hot water, steam of water, cold water. So Cu does not reaction with any hot, cool, steam of water. But in place of steel, react easily because steel is a alloys of Fe, and steel in the presence of Fe react with hot water. So corrosion take place after long time to contact water. So now Cu is used as a hot water tank making because reason is Cu does not react with hot, cool and steam of water. So here complete chapter number 3 and discuss all exercise questions. So thank you friends.